And I hit share screen with computer sound. There. And I think I'm on.
Yeah, you are on. There you are in the corner. You need a bigger screen?
Nope, that's me. That's what we're supposed to do. All right. Everybody should be logging in with the /user. And the slash is the slash right above the enter key. And then user, and there's no password. Because we're going to Google. We're going to Google.
Google.
No.
It is a shared document, and we're going to talk about the pros, the cons, questions about bring your own device in the shared document. So I need to sign in here.
So we're not using our regular login?
No.
No. You need to sign into Google. Make sure that you signed into Google, which is what I'm doing right now.
As yourself?
The sign in as yourself, and then use the password.
Oops.
The // slash. Sign in as yourself.
Ah,
Under Google?
Where are we going?
Going to Google.
Okay, I'm here.
Did you sign in as yourself?
No, somebody was still on.
Okay, log them out.
I did. I just
Can
logged
you
him off,
sign
and
in?
then when I went to sign in, it's.
Add an account.
Never mind.
Yeah.
There.
so now,
Move. Add it down, add it down.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at
you should
the,
in Google Chrome.
oopsies.
Oh, J:18.
Yeah, see, that's what I have.
You're just gonna go to Google Chrome.
Whoops, this is St. Lawrence.
Sign in as yourself and use the
It is.
password, the user password. // user.
Recent.
Remember what you might have to do with that,
Oh, what do you mean it doesn't work?
So it's my turn.
yeah, I had to do the same thing. I had to type a second.
Oh, there.
You use,
Well, which one? This is.
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
And then mine was,
Oh, Catherine, thank you.
oh, yeah, I can't.
Google. You're
Oh,
there.
no wonder.
You're there. You're about to get there.
I know I am, honey.
You're somewhere.
Just can't.
I'm in the cloud.
Are you there? No,
It's all about checks.
period
They're getting
slash
there.
user
Email.
and
Our
enter.
regular email for school.
Yeah,
Sure,
you have to
now.
log in your name, and then you're gonna use the password.
Okay, once you guys are in,
Period,
you have to go to the
What?
to your Gmail and look for the pros, cons, questions, and tips to bring your own device.
How do you log in on Google Chrome or they go down to the second line?
It's what I have on the screen.
// then
You want that?
So we're supposed to open that?
Yes. It should be shared with you.
Here's my drive, right?
Yeah, share with me.
Yeah.
Share.
Here? No, that's where I want.
Share with me.
Share with me.
Okay. Scroll
Where's your
down.
line?
I don't know. You tell me.
So which on technology training? It is a great your device.
I don't know. You tell me. It's supposed to be right at the drive. Is it?
Where is it?
I shared with Striker,
What is it called?
Go to dry.
Dry, oh, see, I just went to mail.
She just kind of sent this out.
You said go to mail, so I went to mail. There, share it with me.
What is it called? It's green drawing device. It looks like that. Pros, cons, questions, and tips. Is it a folder or is it, it was sent to you from Mary?
Let's see this in
Tech folder?
Yeah.
Check your
2014,
recent
15.
storage.
Let's see what's in there.
More.
Right now, the black.
Angela, are you the one that sent it?
No,
No, it's from Mary Mary's, that is not folder either.
No.
Where is it?
Okay, are you?
Yeah, go ahead.
I did get all items. Oh, good. Okay, now it's gonna load everything without. Tech tree,
On the what?
browser, that's it.
Pros and cons.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
no, so
go.
it's under that folder, that's why.
There we go. Okay, I'm still.
Okay.
You're still, did you cancel out and it didn't?
We're supposed to make comments?
Yeah, you're supposed to make comments. And it'll wrap around, if you look like you don't have enough room, it'll wrap around.
Will I bring it password? Whatever you. Should I just put Mary's comments?
Oh, number two.
Share with you.
No, it's supposed to have the pros, cons.
I do not have one.
No, she doesn't have the one.
I just put this in, and then I go to Chrome, and then I go.
Are you, but if you go, you should have a folder that says
Yeah,
technology,
and I
tools, records, email. Do you have that folder?
Yeah.
That's what I sent to, what's his name?
Yeah. It's not the number. It should be my password. And then once you're in there, they want you to type the boxes by your date and type the pros, the cons. It will wrap before adding stuff to it.
So,
Well, I didn't.
you just create more.
Profile.
You're in Google Chrome or just
Yeah,
plain?
Google Chrome.
There's no E in. That's so.
That's where it's supposed to be now?
Start.
I can change it myself now.
Go up to that. So you're
Mary,
looking for.
You're right.
Did you add this question?
Yeah, all of that is mine.
I didn't know if somebody else was.
Oh, no, I had typed in mine earlier.
Okay.
So you just think about how you're ready, what you're seeing in your classroom.
Home go.
With the pros and the cons.
I just got folders.
Very first one.
See, just look at mine,
Oh.
because mine comes up like this. and then
Martha,
I've got
the
all my-
equipment does not work, it can be frustrating.
Amen.
I'm reading
Amen,
here.
amen.
That should
Might
be,
put it on
put
me.
it there, hit pros, cons, questions.
Oh, something, there it is. There it is.
There's some right there.
Yeah.
Well, we're in, more.
Type pros and cons and questions about bring your own device.
Well, this was a line, no point here.
It's been doing some strange things, it's been doing strange things, but so much for technology.
That was good.
And then you can look at some of the sample comments and put your own thing in.
Hit more. You want to add your mail. You want that.
Yeah, I just saw it on there a few minutes ago. And type in the.
And it'll wrap. It'll wrap. You can write it. That's what you want. You can type in lots and lots.
No guarantee they're gonna read all of that though.
There you go.
And do you want to do Google research next? Or you want me to do EasyBib?
Let me go do Google research, and then you can follow up with EasyBib.
That works.
How long do we have this?
40 minutes. And so we started at 40. We're getting
We have
45.
30 minutes. Okay.
Have 40 whole minutes, so we truly started at 40. It will be 20 after.
Do I have permission to go get something, to get my water?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. You sure do. We don't want you to be dehydrated.
And when I was in St. Lawrence 2 weeks ago, we did this last time, this exactly this way. And then we had a discussion on it, so I don't think you guys want to discuss, or if you just want to hear what we got giving for the rest of it. Teacher, whatever you want. I don't know. I haven't put myself in there. I probably should for bringing on the rice. I didn't have my own. Mine might take the whole thing. I'm not sure if they want people to get me. Maybe they just do. Let's just say it's been an interesting year. Right there.
This one, yeah, I got it.
Got it?
Well, I was looking at this one and I couldn't get to that, I didn't see it.
Okay, go ahead.
That's all we're doing in here?
Well, we've got 3 things to do. We have this survey, and then Mary Ann's going to talk about Google research, and I'm going to talk about EasyBib. And
Easy what?
EasyBib. It's like
Bibliography.
It's one of the many.
EasyBib.
Yes. One of the many citation generators out there. We're going to talk about that. Bless you. So, but I don't know if you guys want to discuss for a few minutes.
Any of the pros or cons?
Bring your own device.
Yeah, because she tells us to take some suggestions or notes if they had some things that were not quite right.
What do you guys think? Okay, you're probably putting a lot in there. I'm getting a whole lot of questions in the library. How do I print? Why doesn't it work? What am I doing?
That's what I was gonna say, because these kids come to me and say, well, I can't print using this. Well,
Are we not doing the cloud printing yet?
how do you cloud print?
Cloud
Well, that's,
Some kids can't, it's available.
oh, they can?
I've had kids who.
There was one that wanted to do it today in class. I don't know how to, I couldn't help it.
According to Kurt, you can cloud print as long as you're logged into Google and you're using either a Google app or Google Doc. As long as you stay within Google and you're logged by yourself, you should get cloud printing.
But so you go up here and go to print and where do you go to the cloud? How do you get to the cloud to print it? So when I
How
go
do you
here,
find the printer, Tyler?
then what do you do? What's my destination?
You're on
Down
the
here,
cloud,
should
but how do you find
go
the
to
printer?
FedEx office or what? Yeah, so how do you tell kids what to print or how to print?
But I had kids who could in a Google Doc print.
Yeah, and kids who couldn't in a Google Doc print. So they emailed it to me and I printed.
Isn't that weird?
I don't go through it. I just have them email to me,
Yeah.
and then I just print it off
That's
for
what
them.
I did.
Because it's so many glitches.
I was gonna say, cause I've had kids do that too, But, so what I do is I just have them share their Google Doc with me, and then if I want to print it, I print it, or I just go in and I don't actually physically hand them something back, I go in and do the corrections, and then
Yeah.
they get it that way.
I wonder if they have to be on the
I know
Brainerd
he
device
doesn't
server,
like.
because some of the kids, they
That's
should
why
be
it's not
on the
a
Brainerd
big
device
resident
server.
student.
And I don't know if that's what they put cloud printing at. I'm just guessing. That'd be a question for the tech people.
Yeah, because apparently that's what they said, that they're supposed to
To
be.
be on the Brainerd device, yes. And some kids are using KCSS server, and people are moving their servers back and forth. We're seeing that too. Yeah. But they should be sitting on the device.
Carla, are you almost done? Because I do want to move on to the drive, because Angela still has a feature to do. I'll get mine out the way.
You guys ready?
All right, I need for you to go to your drive. It's going to look something like this if you look on the board. And everybody there, just click back.
Can we close out of this?
Yes, you can just X out of that, please. Go to your drive, click on drive. You're there.
Now what?
Now, click on create. Now, I'm going to talk about two elements. You see the drop-down box, document and presentation? Everybody see that where I am? Look up.
Okay, document and presentation.
You hit create, and then I'm going to want you to click on document. Carla, are we there?
Create and share.
Create and share. Okay. Now it's loading. It'll take a little while. Now, once you get to Untitled Document, I'm going to show you some nifty features about Google Docs, perhaps you never thought about. I want you to click on, as you look at the bar, File, Edit, View, Insert, Format, Tools. I want you to click on Tools. Everybody there? Click on Research. Okay, to your far right-hand side, you see another drop-down screen. I don't know how to move this down, so it is not where it should be. I'm gonna move it over. I'm gonna move me somewhere there. Now, what I'm going to do is, you can research anything and it'll show up on the right-hand side as you're typing. So, since I'm working on a particular novel for St. Louis University, I'm going to key in a gentleman. I'm going to key in Ralph Ellison. I'm just going to show you how this works. And you might key in something that's specific to you, that relates to you. Over here, I'm going to type in his name. And as you can see, it will allow you to research a particular image, person, event. I'm going to research Ralph Ellison. I can do everything, which would include images, search about this scholar, some quotes from Ellison, find some dictionary information, or go to the tables. But right now, I just want to do an image of Ralph. And if I find an image that I like, let's say I like this image, I can just drag it over to the page. Just like that. Isn't that pretty neat? Now, here's another feature about it. You see where the one is right here? Now, down below, it's giving you a footnote. Aha, you see that? Now, what it's also telling you here, if you go to the drop down right under where I have Ellison's name, and let's say you typed in something specific to you, it says filter image results. What you can do here, you cannot filter it. I always say I want to filter because I don't want to have any copyright issues. So therefore I say I want everything that's free, so I won't have to worry about copyright. And then if you have students that are working on a research paper and you want to be in the mix yourself, you can go into citations and you can choose MLA, Modern Language Association. You can choose APA, American Psychological Association, or you can go to Chicago. Seeing how my seniors are working on Chicago, I want to do Chicago. And what that says is the documentation that's imprinted as a footnote should be in that citation method. Any questions on that? Are you confused, or anybody confused? No, you got that? So let's go back up here to Ralph Ellison. And I just want to find some information on this scholar. It says nothing there, so I'm going to go search everything. You can put in something specific to you that you might want to search. I'm going to go down to his biography. Grade, books. Oh, there's Snoop. Library, grade, no longer invisible. Maybe I want to do something about, let's do this one. Now, if I hover enough, look at this. They have preview, if I want to preview the information, insert link, or cite. Let's see if we can preview something about Ralph Ellison. Notice it's to the side, and I look at it, you know, if your eyes are like mine, I can't read all of that stuff, so I'm just going to click on it. I want to see what it's about. And I'm going to move my picture somewhere up here. Now, you see it has all this information about Ralph Ellison. Looks good, sounds good. Maybe I want to cut and paste something. I can copy. And then I can go out of this. If you want to let me, what's that up there? There you go, go away. Good. And then somewhere I want to go out of preview. And then I'm just going to go ahead and you notice this picture. Before I do that, I just want to put in the information. I want to paste some information. And then I'm going to hover over the picture. Come on around. And I want to wrap it in the text. So if I had a lot of information, it will take the wording from that paragraph, whatever I copied and pasted, and then it will wrap around the picture. That's a pretty cool device. And you can continue to do anything you want with that. You can go back in again to the drop-down box. You can go to dictionaries. You can go to tables. You can see what that looks like. That's pretty cool. And maybe I want to say, okay, I like that information. I want to cite it. It'll give me another number right by my paragraph. I'm going to go down to the bottom and see if it has citations in the footnote. Aha, there you go. Now you got to look at it too, see if it's correct. It may be out of order a little bit, and you can fix that. But this helps you and your students as you're researching text. You can find information and you can keep up with it at the same time. So when you do build your bibliography, you have everything. Questions on that or any confusions? None? You got it? Everybody says, yes, I got this. Now, that's pretty good. That's under documents, but you can go back to create. I'm going back to create. Go under presentations. It's the same information. You can go under presentation because those of you that like PowerPoints, you might want to do that. Say, I like to do a PowerPoint. I'm just going to type in Ralph Ellison again. And here I'm going to put in the book, Invisible Man. I'm not going to add any notes. It's going to be the same thing. Let's see. I'm going to go under Tools again, and I'm going to click Research, and the same box drop down is going to appear again, even for my PowerPoint. I think that's pretty cool. Because one of the things you can do with this, if you like to show videos and you want a video in your PowerPoint, many of you may already know how to do that. So I'm going to add a new slide just in case. And under my new slide, I'm just going to go to Apply Layout. I just want a blank here. And then what I'm going to do is have them, I'm going to go back under Tools. I got Research already. And I would like to do a video. And I'm going to put in a name here, Black and Blue. That's a tune by Ralph Ellison. See if I can find it. There it is. And it says they'll allow me to do a preview. And I can preview that if I want it. Click on it. You want to do that? Okay. Go ahead and do it. Click on the song. See if I want that. If it sounds good, I'll say, yeah.
When the Galaxy Note launched in 2011,
You know,
it was
always
ahead
has
of
these
its time.
commercials that come on.
And naturally, when things are new and
Louis Armstrong in the book and in digital man, it talks about black and blue. He mentions Louis Armstrong in the title, so that's why this becomes important to the
Thank you
novel
very much,
itself.
folks. Here's one of our recordings. Beautiful number called Black and Blue. Yes, sir.
The kids were singing, the seniors last year were singing the song. You should have heard them. Then they went to Hello Dolly. So I like that. So I'm going to say I like it. Get out of it somehow. Go back here. So if I like it, I'm going to insert it. Get out of that. So you see, I've inserted it. But one of the problems with presentations, which is different from documents, it doesn't do the citing for you. So therefore, you have to keep up with that information. I can go back over here, it does insert, but you don't see where it has a cite column. That's the only thing about doing a PowerPoint under Google Docs for presentation. You have to keep up with your information. So therefore, somewhere in your click to add notes, you can put it down there so you'll go back later and you make sure that you give credit to wherever you got this particular document or this particular image or whatever it is that you're going to insert in your PowerPoint.
It gives you a live link instead. That doesn't cite it.
Right. And you can do the live link. Any questions on this? Questions, anybody? Got it? Pretty simple, easy. And a lot of these, and I didn't tell you on presentation, you can go in under the presentation and you can edit, you can track the information, which is a new feature they added in 2010. They didn't have it before. I'm going to go back out of that and show you that because that was something that was important, Angela, under this document. One of the things I didn't mention too under presentation, you do want to title your document, but here is, you see that little pencil? If you were to go back to presentation, this will allow you to edit document directly. You can suggest, which you can go ahead and make those suggestions, and all they become are suggestions. Then you could view or print. A lot of people didn't know you can do that under the Google document site, but you can. So that's pretty good. Any questions? That's all you want to know about Google. Angela?
Okay. I'm going to show you EasyBib. So we're going to open EasyBib. I'm just opening a new tab, not changing anything out there. EasyBib. And the technical site is www.easybib.com. This is a citation generator. It's been around a long time. There are lots of citation generators around. I'm going to move myself a little bit.
Moving it around.
I know, I'm kind of in the way.
It does.
Okay. All right, some of our kids use EasyBib, some of our kids use NightSight, some of our kids are coming from the middle school using a variety of different things. So this website has changed over the years. I'm going to show you some of the changes. The first thing you can do, it just gives you a box, says website and cite it. All right, so I'm going to type in something like CNN. And I'll click cite it. And it's giving me a variety of CNNs. The first one is www.cnn.com. The second one is facebook.com CNN. The third one is Twitter. Okay, and you can see some of the things. It's trying to guess what I want. I'm going to click on the first one, CNN.com. And it says, here's what we found. Continue to the final step to edit this information and create your citation. All right, so it says the website title. It gives me the publisher, and it gives me the date accessed. But it didn't know the title of the article I was looking at. It didn't know electronically published date. It didn't know the author. I'm like, all right, take a look at it. So then it starts prompting me. All right. So the source type, content originally published on the website. I can change that if I need to. All right, we're going to say yes. The article title, maybe I was looking at something on sports. I would type in the title that I had. I would type in the author that I had. So obviously you don't want your kids making stuff up like I am right now. All right. And it's giving me CNN, Cable News Network. It's giving me the URL. And it's asking for electronic publish date because that's part of what goes on that citation. So I'm going to, like I say, I'm making this stuff up just for the sake of showing you these. Hopefully your kid is actually putting in correct information. And it made the citation for me. This is it. Hooray, here's your citation. All right. And this is what I tell students. It is a tool. It is a wonderful tool. All right. If you put junk in, like I just did, you're going to get junk out. Does it correct my spelling? Usually not. Okay. But it gives you a real quick way to get your citations put together. All right. So you've got a paper due. And then what I like is it puts them down here. Kind of saves them for me for later. I can share it. I can export it. But it's going to keep a whole list for me. So my next one is a book. I did a website. My next one's going to be a book. I'm going to do To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm going to say cite it. All right. Now it's trying to figure out which To Kill a Mockingbird I have. It's trying to figure out, do I have Harper Lee Lippincott as my publisher 1960 in my hand? Do I have Harold Bloom, Chelsea House Publishers 1999 in my hand? Which one do I have? And this confuses kids a lot. They're not really sure. Sometimes they just want to pick the first one. No, you need to make sure it is what you have on you. I'm going to say cite this. I'm citing the whole book. Gives it to me. Lippincott, Philadelphia. Not really a whole lot I can fill in, is there, if I cite the whole book? All right. I can also choose a chapter or a section. And then it's asking me for that section title. So I just want a certain chapter. It changes the whole thing. All right. I'm going to say create citation. Oops, I forgot my pages. I want to cite from page 5 to page 6. And hooray, here's my citation. Lee Harper, To Kill a Mockingbird, Philadelphia, Lippincott, 1960, pages 5 through 6, and it was in print. So it's giving me both of those citations right there. I can edit them, I can delete them, and I can just keep adding to them. All right. I'm going to click on parenthetical, and it didn't give it to me because it's EasyBib Pro, and it's not going to give me it in the free trial. Or I would have to pay money for it to give me more information on that. Okay. So website, book, newspaper, journal, databases, all 59 options. Lots and lots and lots of choices. A lot of our students are finding a lot of things online, including photographs, okay? Photographs. A photograph is going to give you a very different citation than if you choose digital image. I warn kids, if you find it online, it should be digital image because it's asking you where you found it online, including the website title. A photograph, you have it in your hand. It is print. Okay? So then it's asking me to fill out the boxes for a digital image that I found online. And it will walk me through all of those. Okay? Now, for the sake of time, that's your basic citation generator. There's lots of them out there. EasyBib is one I was told by Mary to present because the AEA databases, if they give you citations, and they all do, it's using EasyBib to put it together. Also Mac and Via, if you're using ebooks with your kids, and I'd take you there if I had time, but I don't, is also using EasyBib for your citations. There is also, EasyBib this is new, it's called Research. And what it does is it is a browser within EasyBib. And I'm going to type in banned books because this is banned books week. And so now I am browsing, I'm searching online within EasyBib. This is interesting because it's giving me a variety of sources over here, websites, online databases. It will cite everything for me. But it also gives me, this is a website, Censorship and Banned Book in Schools. It gives me whether it's credible or not according to EasyBib. It also gives me how many times it's been cited before, 708 times. Okay. So you can do research within EasyBib. And we are about out of time. I want to show you one more thing. I'm backing up. There are citation guides within EasyBib, and there are also free resources. So very quickly, I will show you those. There are ebooks on MLA, ebooks on APA, ebooks on Chicago, all available within there. There's infographics. Okay, so it gives you a nice poster. They're colorful. Reports and handout tip sheets. There are more handouts on citing, more tip sheets, more lesson plans. And there are videos on citations and plagiarism and how to do thesis and all those things. Okay? And at the very bottom is stickers and bookmarks. All kinds of stuff EasyBib's putting out. And we are about out of time. Questions? Questions about EasyBib? Okay.
We thank you. That concludes our session.